Is serious interpretation of drama, which is you take a play script and you cut it down to 8 minutes and perform it, and it tends to be rather sad, so I do apologize. This is like a really bad one to start off with. Everybody ready? So, what's it going to be today, Doc? What clever questions do you have for me today? That's all you people specialize in, ain't it? Clever questions. We all have something in our life that is enough to bring us to our knees. Though how we cope is where things start to deviate. Meet Carmen, an average teenager with a not-so-average past. In her attempts to cope, she puts on a sarcastic mask, the one that threatens to crumble at any moment. Follow along as she reflects into The Mississippi Mirror by Alan Havenel. Do you go to, clever question seminars for head shrinkers? I bet you do. I bet you and all the others get together and have those nice, white, long tables with the little fruit salad cups, all the whole 9 yards. My mom's always going off to those conferences, you know. And she never takes me with. That must be why I'm so lonely, depressed, and suicidal. My mom never takes me to get fruit salad cups. You want me to tell you about all of the other counselors that I've had? That is a beautiful question indeed, Doctor. I commend you. Okay, my first counselor was, let's start with the Hardy. She was a very nervous woman, very antsy, very mousy, and just between you and me, not very bright. She was my grade 8 guidance counselor. You know those guidance office posters like, altitude determines attitude. Shoot for the stars, and even if you miss, you'll end up getting mooned. Whatever. Well, I think she figured she just had to keep reciting that kind of guidance wisdom to us, and she'd set us all straight. Now, Carmen, I understand that you were going through a very difficult time right now with we'll have a time in our lives where we just need to get a better sense of the forest through the trees, you know, because, well, we determine our own destinies, you know. Yeah, very effective. Mrs. Doherty taught me one major irony. Our educational system hires some of the dumbest people. Now, there was my father. He was a great one for advice, especially when it had a few. And he had a great technique, too, for making sure you were listening. What do you call it? Reinforcement? Why don't you clean yourself up, Carmen? You look like a damned tramp. Whack. You don't want to end up just like your mother, do you? Whack. Live by my rules or get the hell out. Whack. You know, sometimes you skip the advice, go straight for the reinforcement. Whack, whack, whack. Yeah. Your old dad really missed his calling. Could have helped an awful lot of people before he choked on his own bum and died. You know, I remember a time, though, when I was like 5 or 6, and he'd put me on his lap, and I was like a chatterbox. I mean, I'd go on for about 10 minutes about a toothpick that I found or something, and I don't think I'd ever felt so... My last shrink was an Indian woman. It took me the longest time to figure out what she was saying. I swear half of our sessions were filled with, what? You'd be proud of me, though. Never once did I ask if she worked as a telemarketer. She was a tough one. She was a tiny woman and all that, but she was like the drill sergeant to therapy. I swear every session I went to, I expected, drop on the ground and give me 100 push-ups, Carmen, no buts! She dropped me. She said she wasn't ready to see me again until I was ready to stop making excuses. And then, by the time I was ready to go back to her, well, she'd moved on to Princeton or whatever. She had better things to do. And there's you. But you know you. Let's see, I've had the Queen of Cheese, the Bombay drill sergeant. Of course, what do I call him? Whack Daddy. His mother would feel left out. She's not a counselor. She didn't try to give me advice. She'd just get all weepy every time I come home with the next bomb to drop in her lap. Mom, I'm dropping out of school. She cries. Mother, I think I'm pregnant. She cries. Mother, you better take me to the hospital because I just want a whole damn bottle of pills. She can't even see the road to drive. Mother, I hate you. I hate my life. Mother, I want to die every time she just cries. What are we made of? 98% water? Because Mother must be 99.9. Wonder if she cries her fruit cups. But you. What do I call you? Mirror, that's your gig. The Mississippi Mirror. Now what I see, Carmen, is that you were always looking around for a way to be, an image to portray. How's that? I understand the accent needs a little work, but I think I've got a pretty good ear. What I see, Carmen, is that your episodes of depression are triggered by the perception that you have failed someone. Oh, no, there was a twist, Jack. Tell me about your ideal guidance counselor. Perhaps you should host the next clever question seminar yourself, Jack. Nice one. I commend you. Okay, let's see. My ideal guidance counselor would speak English as a first language. He would have brown hair, thin on the top, and he would leave in the middle of a session just to go smoke a cigarette. He would know that he had to quit, but he wouldn't be able to. He would just have these crazy shoulders, like bulging bumps that didn't seem like part of his body. And he wouldn't drink. He wouldn't drink anymore, so he would be really good at listening. He would be a little bit like the drill sergeant. He wouldn't let me get away with anything. But if I screwed up, he wouldn't send me off somewhere. He wouldn't go off to India or Princeton or... He wouldn't die. He would listen. I could say nothing or everything, and he would just keep looking at me with these eyes and say, I'm with you, Carmen. Go on, I'm with you. And he would just tell me that it was okay. And he would just tell me that he loved me. That's all.